is Coach Lee, and we're working on speech anxiety. And I'm talking with Ibross. Say hello from London, Ibross.
Hello, everyone.
Ibross is 25. He found us on Reddit. That's interesting because Reddit blocked me a long time ago. They said, I'm a bad guy. I tell people they can stop stuttering, and that's illegal to do that. That's what they say. But I stopped my stuttering. How about that? And Ibross has cut his down. Whoa, way down. When I first met Ibross, he was stuttering on every word. He wrote me, he said, I'm the worst stutterer you'll ever hear. And he was pretty close to it. He'd been stuttering since age 5, and 90% of his conversation, 80% blocks, a few repeats and some grimaces. With strangers, authorities, groups, and phones were the worst, blah, 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 blah. We began talking, and what is this? I'm okay. My watch is telling me I fell down. Oh, dear. So we started talking in like March, and in the early sessions, he started pretty much everything. And then we drilled short, link, and stop, and we worked on how we can say his message, and we thinking that, and I've always maintained that anyone who can really think about their message and think about how can I say it in a more believable, friendlier, happier way. And when I think about how I can do that, we call that, Ibross and I call that mean it. We talk like we mean it. And Ibross started doing that, and suddenly he wasn't stuttering. He wasn't looking at the ceiling and rolling his head back and forcing his words. He wasn't doing any of that stuff. And this went on for some weeks. The more he spoke over the top, the less problem he had with his speech. So it was very good. We worked our way into July. Things were looking good. His pressure speech plan, short increments, passion. His last bad incident was a couple of months ago during a job interview. Everything was looking really good. In July 17th, he said, my last bad incident was 6 weeks ago. Bad meaning he appeared clearly speech disabled. Didn't mean he didn't make some mistakes. I make mistakes, and everyone makes some mistakes. But we don't appear speech disabled. We just make some mistakes. Eventually, we make less mistakes, but whatever. So he was reading aloud for an hour daily and really doing great. And when we talked on July 31st, he said, I can't remember my last bad incident. Everything was wonderful. Then he wrote me an email not too long ago, and it was pretty recent. And he wrote me that he said, I had a bad incident. Oh, we were about to post a Stop Stuttering Story. He said, we better hold on that and talk about this bad incident. So he wrote an email about a bad incident. And we are right now. Can you tell us when and what happened in that bad incident?
It was last week on a weekend, and I was out with my friends and I was telling them a story. All of a sudden, I hit a huge block on a word, and the block lasted for uh, around 10 seconds or so, and that was really noticeable and extremely embarrassing for me. And
Yeah, you hadn't done it in a long time.
yeah, and that's when I realized, okay, I need to contact Lee and tell him about
Okay.
this as soon as possible.
Now, tell me, Ibross, what could and should you have done when that block, you saw that block coming? It didn't just hit you like a punch. You saw it coming. What could and should you have done?
I should have taken a 2 count and paused and thought about the crutches I should be using. For example, dropping the first letter or adding a hum or any of the other 1
Now,
to
you
7
know,
crutches.
that is an answer out of the book, and I can't criticize it because it's out of the book. But I will say that if I were writing the book again today, I would insert something about this subject, and I would say that when you see a block coming like that,
Mhm.
the easiest things to do, always remember, when you got a problem with a word, it's always with only one word, one syllable, one letter. That's it. Every other word, every other syllable, every other letter you can say. So the easiest way to avoid a block, don't fight it. Say something else. I'm going to get blocked on Ibross. I won't say Ibross. I'll say something else. My name is Ibross, and I'll connect is and Ibross like it's one word. Say that. My name is Ibross.
My name is Ibross.
I'm from London.
I'm from London.
You have a problem with London, you don't say London. You say something else. Glad you asked. London is where I live. Say that.
Glad to ask. London is where I live.
There you go. All you don't have to drop the first letter. You don't have to use a synonym, similar word or phrase. You don't have to spell it or skip it. You don't have to tell a story about it. You don't have to change the subject. You can insert words or sounds and say it. Now, you don't have to insert words. You can, but you don't have to. Crutch 4 says you can insert a sound. Ibross is my name. Say that.
Ibross is my name.
The bottom line, Ibross, is if you can go, you can speak. Isn't that great? Isn't that great?
Yep.
You can do that. You're never going to embarrass yourself again like that. You may embarrass yourself for some reason, but it won't be that. It'll be something else. So, okay. So, Lee is my coach. Say that.
Lee is my coach.
London is my home.
London is my home.
Muslim is my faith.
Muslim is my faith.
You can insert one word, and so well. London, say that.
Well, London.
So Ibross.
So Ibross.
And Muslim is my faith.
And Muslim is my faith.
Where's the problem here? There is no problem. You just grabbed for the wrong thing, and you made the criminal offense of forcing a word. Oh, shame. You know better than that. You never win by forcing a word, Ibross. You just embarrass yourself. You can't do it. You can do a lot of other things, but you cannot force it. Until the day comes when the habit is completely dead, as it is with me. It's as if I never had the habit. I have a memory of the habit, but I don't have any of the habit instincts. None. Not any. Ever. The next step for you is babbling. Saying anything you want to say. I don't care what you say. You can be silly. Doesn't have to make sense. Anything you want, you can say. You just talk. You feel like talking. Words are irrelevant. Your brain does all that. Forget it. Your brain is fine. It's your habit that stinks. And we're getting over the habit. You've made a lot of progress. And that bad incident doesn't erase all that progress. No. Because you've been proving for months that you can do this. You're going to do it. You're getting to be a better speaker every day. Every single day. Oh yeah, you're enjoying it more. You're having fun, aren't you, Ibross?
I am.
I know you are. So, but you can't force words. When you see a block coming, don't try to arm wrestle it because it's going to beat you. But you can say, go ahead.
I think I got too complacent, to be honest. And I got too complacent, and even after that happened, I was really, really angry at myself. And then I remembered, use your auto suggestions. I'm an amazing speaker. I can speak fluently to people. I love speaking. And
it's not I can, it's I speak fluently to people.
I speak fluently to people.
Yeah, period.
Yes.
It's an established fact. And mean it is still king with you because it works. And you can dial whatever amount of over the top you need to be. I can be so over the top that I'm ridiculous. Or I can be so over the top that you can notice it. Or I can be so over the top that you don't really notice it, but it sounds okay. So you can dial up whatever level of mean it you need. You can go the other direction too. Mean it. I can go this direction and I can still say it like I mean it. Yes, I can. So can you. If you can go, you can speak. And you can always go, Ibross. There's no question about that, is there?
No.
So you start with the and you're done. You just let your brain take over and be over the top, be Mr. Mean It. Go heavier with more excitement, more passion. Or if you like, go into whispering. Well, I wanted to say, go either direction, doesn't matter. You're having fun because there's nothing there. Stuttering is a Satan that doesn't exist. We created it, you and I. I don't know quite how, but we did. And we're not going to do it. babbling. Let's play babble. I'll ask you questions, and I want you to babble back. Short increments, long stops, short increments, linked words, long stops. Okay. When you had your bad incident, where were you exactly? Can you tell us?
I was on the train with my friends.
Okay. Okay. How many friends were there?
3 of my friends.
Okay. What kind of friends were they? Schoolmates, workmates, neighbors? What were they?
Old high school friends, until now, still friends, close friends.
These guys had heard you whisper in high school, hadn't they?
Of course.
They'd heard you stutter.
Mm.
And they were liking you talking better, weren't they? They
Yes.
were loving that. And you were loving that. Did they, before you had the block, did they say anything about it?
No.
Okay, that's fine. That goes to show, amazingly, some of those people, maybe all of them, may have forgotten you stuttered. You can believe that or not,
Mm.
people do forget stuff. It's not just you and me, other people forget stuff too. Did I tell you about my friend, the pastor, who stuttered just as badly as you ever did?
Mm.
And he stopped stuttering, and this mate of his, 12 years in school, heard him stutter. They had lunch 2 or 3 years later, and my friend didn't stutter at all. And it took 30 minutes into lunch, and the guy said, "Josh, I just realized something." And Josh said, "What's that?" He said, "You're not stuttering, man." And Josh said, "I know, I decided to stop stuttering." And they both laughed, and not another word was said about it. Just like a light switch. And that's really all it is.
Mm.
When you think something else, you don't stutter, period. Sometimes you got to force your brain to think something else for a while until you don't. The more you talk, like we're talking now, without thinking any words that you're saying. Say anything to me without thinking any words in short increments. Stop. Anything.
A few days ago, I was at the mosque and I was attending a class. There were approximately 40 people there, and I raised my hand up and asked a question to the teacher. And I asked the question fluently. Afterwards, afterwards, I realized to myself, everyone heard me, everybody's eyes were on me, and I spoke fluently.
Of course you did. And that's the real Ibross. So you keep talking, and I keep talking, and we're not thinking any words, none that we say, not one. What'd you have for lunch yesterday?
For yesterday, I had some chicken and fries for lunch.
Great. What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
For breakfast, I had pancakes.
Good. What do you think you'll have for dinner?
For dinner, I'm probably going to have spaghetti.
You're not thinking about your words that you're saying, are you, Ibross?
No, no.
That's babbling. That's being fluent. That's what fluency is. That's all it is, Ibross. There's nothing more to it than that. Nothing. It's easy. And if you ever see a block coming, you don't care. Shut your mouth. Don't force it. Say any other word and connect it, or skip the problem word, or make a sound and connect it. You can do it. The minute you make another sound or make a word, another word, you broke the block. The block's over. It's gone. It's only a block while you're focused on it. Stop focusing on it, man. Think about something else. Nobody can make you think about a blocked word. Nobody can do that. You don't have to do that. You say, well, I've got to say that word. Okay, fine. And you will, but you won't say it right that second. You may say something else first, or make a sound first. And then you'll say it, because the block won't be there. That's how fragile the block is. There's nothing to this. There's no organic problem. You have no problem in your brain. There's nothing there. And the better you speak, the more relaxed your mind will be about everything. Mm-hmm. Life gets more of an even keel. It's a lot of fun. Now, I have to go today. I can't be spending all my daytime with you, buddy. So keep coming to Sam. Mm-hmm. You're doing the mobile app, aren't you?
Yep.
Got to do that. Stay with it. You're like a white on rice, man. You're all over it. Mm-hmm. You're going to be the king of that app. You're going to be the walking app guy. You're going to be able to just spout it if you want to do it. It's so much fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Are you doing any practice sessions?
I have last week. However, I haven't this week. At the moment, I've been kind of busy in the evening.
Okay. So you're either babbling and not thinking anything, just you're just letting your words out. Mm-hmm. The shorter the increment, the easier it is. You're just letting your words fall out of your mouth, whatever, with no thought. Or you're thinking how you can say it like you mean it with a smile, that killer smile of yours, and you're saying it. Wow. Well, maybe you whisper it sometime. Doesn't matter. You can do it. I'll see your mug at Sam.
I'll be at Sam.
Be there or be square.
I will.
Okay, mate.
Okay, take care. Good. Bye.